In May 2025, Pope Leo XIV, the first American pope, stepped onto the balcony of St. Peter's and made a bold promise, to reshape the Church for a new era. But what no one expected was the stunning lineup of leaders he'd choose to steer the Vatican's future, 10 appointments that sparked whispers of divine inspiration, fierce debate, and a hidden truth that could change how you see the Church forever. Stick with me, because one of these choices will leave you speechless, and if you're as curious as I am about what's happening inside the Vatican, smash that like button now and let's dive into this incredible journey together. Pope Leo XIV's election was a historic moment. As Robert Francis Prevost, a Chicago-born Augustinian missionary, he broke barriers as the first U.S.-born pontiff, chosen on May 8, 2025, after a swift conclave. His words, "Peace be with you all," echoed across St. Peter's Square, signaling a papacy rooted in unity and mission. But the real story begins with the 10 Vatican leaders he appointed in his first months, each a piece of a bold vision to guide 1.4 billion Catholics through a turbulent world. Who are these figures? Why did Leo choose them? And what's the shocking truth behind one of these picks? Let's break it down. First, let's set the stage. The Vatican in 2025 is at a crossroads. Pope Francis, Leo's predecessor, left a legacy of reform, pushing for inclusivity, tackling clergy abuse, and championing the marginalized. But his death in April 2025 left the Church divided. Some wanted a conservative return to tradition, others craved more progress. Leo, a dark horse candidate, stepped into this storm with a reputation for prudence and a heart for the poor, honed during decades as a missionary in Peru. His first task: appointing leaders to key Vatican roles, positions that control everything from doctrine to diplomacy. These aren't just names on a list, they're the architects of the Church's future. So, who made the cut? But before we reveal the first name, here's a question: what if one of these leaders was chosen not just for their skills, but for a secret mission only Leo knows? Hold that thought, because we're about to meet the first appointee, and it's a game-changer. Kicking off Leo's lineup is Cardinal Pietro Parolin, reappointed as Vatican Secretary of State. This is the Church's top diplomat, the Pope's right-hand man in global affairs. Parolin, an Italian with decades of experience, is no stranger to this role. He's been steering Vatican foreign policy since 2013 under Pope Francis. But why keep him? Parolin's a master of quiet diplomacy, navigating crises like Ukraine and Gaza with a calm, steady hand. Leo, who's made peace a cornerstone of his papacy, needs Parolin's expertise to tackle a world on edge. In 2025, Parolin's already brokered talks between conflicting nations, earning praise for his calmness in argumentation and respect for everyone. His reappointment signals Leo's commitment to continuity, building on Francis' legacy of dialogue. But there's more. Parolin's deep ties to Pope Francis, including weekly meetings with Leo when he was a cardinal, suggest a personal trust. This isn't just a safe pick, it's a strategic one. Parolin's global network could help Leo navigate tricky issues like the Church's role in AI ethics, a challenge Leo's already flagged as critical. So, Parolin's the diplomat holding the Vatican's global influence together. But what happens when you pair him with someone completely unexpected? Get ready, because the next name might surprise you. Next up is Cardinal Luis Antonio Tagle, appointed to head the dicastery for evangelization. If Parolin's the diplomat, Tagle's the heart of Leo's team. Known as the Asian Francis, this Filipino cardinal is a rock star in the Catholic world, charismatic, approachable, and a social media favorite. His YouTube channel, filled with heartfelt homilies, has millions of views. Why Tagle? Leo's pushing for a missionary church, and Tagle's the perfect fit. He's spent years spreading the gospel in Asia, where Catholicism is growing fastest. Tagle's story is compelling. Born in Manila, he rose from a humble priest to a global voice for the poor. His appointment isn't just about evangelization, it's about amplifying the Church's presence in Asia and Africa, where the faith's future lies. But here's the twist: some Vatican insiders whisper that Tagle was a top contender for Pope. Did Leo choose him to keep a potential rival close, or to harness his star power for a global mission? One thing's certain, Tegel's appointment sets the tone for Leo's vision. But the next leader takes us into uncharted territory, a choice that's raising eyebrows across the Catholic world. Stay with me. Now we come to Archbishop Thibaut Verny, tapped to lead the Pontifical Commission for the Protection of Minors. This is a bold move. The clergy abuse crisis has haunted the Church for decades, and Leo's predecessor, Pope Francis, faced criticism for uneven progress. Verny, a French archbishop, is a fresh face in this fight. Appointed on July 5, 2025, he's described as a collaborative leader, committed to global safeguarding. Verny's no stranger to tough challenges. He's worked in dioceses across Europe, tackling issues of transparency and accountability. His appointment, endorsed by Cardinal Sean O'Malley, signals Leo's resolve to confront this scandal head-on. But here's what's fascinating, Verny's not just a reformer, he's a listener. He's met with survivors, promising to make their voices central to the Church's healing process. This choice shows Leo's not shying away from the Church's wounds, he's facing them with courage. 3 leaders down, and Leo's building a team that's both steady and bold. But the next appointment? It's a curveball that has some Catholics cheering. And others questioning everything. Enter Sister Alessandra Smarilli, appointed to lead the dicastery for promoting integral human development. This is huge. A nun leading a major Vatican department? That's a rare move, and it's got everyone talking. Smarilli, an Italian economist and member of the Salesian Sisters, is a powerhouse. She's advised popes on everything from climate change to migration, blending faith with hard data. Why her? Leo's signaled that social justice, especially for the poor and the planet, is a priority. Smarilli's work on sustainable development and human dignity aligns perfectly. She's pushed for ethical AI and economic reforms that prioritize people over profit. Her appointment breaks barriers, showing women can lead at the Vatican's highest levels. But some traditionalists are nervous. Is Leo pushing too far, too fast? Or is this the Church embracing its future? We're halfway through Leo's top 10, and the stakes are getting higher. If you're loving this deep dive into the Vatican's new era, hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you don't miss what's next. Because the 5th leader? It's a name you won't see coming. Cardinal Fernando Chameli, from Chile, takes the helm of the dicastery for the doctrine of the faith, the Vatican's theological watchdog. This is a pivotal role, guarding the Church's teachings on faith and morals. Chameli is a fascinating pick. A close ally of Leo, he's shared private conversations about the challenges of AI and cultural shifts. His appointment suggests Leo wants a trusted confidant in this powerful post. Chameli is no stranger to controversy. In Chile, he's navigated political unrest and church scandals with a focus on dialogue. He's also a vocal supporter of Leo's namesake, Pope Leo XIII, whose social teachings inspire this papacy. But here's the kicker, Chameli's openness to modern challenges, like technology's impact on faith, hints at a shift. Could he be softening the dicastery's hardline reputation? Or is he here to hold the line? Number 6, Cardinal Victor Manuel Fernandez, an Argentine theologian, is Leo's pick for the dicastery for divine worship. This role oversees the Church's liturgy, how Catholics pray and worship worldwide. Fernandez, a close ally of Pope Francis, is a bold choice. Known for his progressive writings, he's pushed for inclusive liturgies that resonate with diverse cultures. His appointment raises questions. Will Leo allow more flexibility in how masses are celebrated, like expanding vernacular languages or local traditions? Fernandez's track record suggests he'll prioritize accessibility over rigid tradition. But some worry this could alienate conservatives who cherish the Latin Massachusetts. Leo's walking a tightrope here, balancing unity with diversity. Number 7, Bishop Marco Melino, an Italian, steps into the Secretariat for the Synod, a role central to Leo's vision of a synodal church, where everyone's voice matters. Melino's been a key player in Pope Francis' synodality push, organizing global meetings to include laypeople and clergy alike. His appointment shows Leo's doubling down on this collaborative model. Melino's work in 2024 helped shape the Church's ongoing synod, set to continue until 2028. He's a behind-the-scenes organizer, ensuring bishops, priests, and even laywomen have a say. This pick signals Leo's commitment to a church that listens, but it's not without risks. Some fear too much openness could dilute tradition. Is Leo ready for the backlash? Number 8, Cardinal Mauro Gambetti, another Italian, is tasked with overseeing the fabric of St. Peter's Basilica, the team responsible for the Vatican's iconic heart. Gambetti, a Franciscan, brings a deep spirituality to this role. He's managed major renovations, like the ongoing restoration of Bernini's Baldacchino, while keeping St. Peter's a welcoming space for pilgrims. This appointment is practical but symbolic. St. Peter's is the Church's spiritual epicenter, and Gambetti's role ensures it remains a beacon of faith. His Franciscan simplicity aligns with Leo's call for a humble, missionary church. But could this role hint at bigger plans for the Vatican's global image? Number 9, Sister Nathalie Beckquart, a French Sevier sister, stays on as Undersecretary for the Synod. Another woman in a high-profile role, Beckquart's a trailblazer. She's been instrumental in giving young people and women a voice in church governance. Her reappointment is a nod to Leo's commitment to inclusivity, especially for the next generation. Beckquart's work with global youth synods has made her a bridge between the Vatican and younger Catholics. She's pushed for dialogue on tough issues like gender and climate. But her prominence sparks debate: is the Church ready for women in such visible leadership? Rounding out the 10 is Cardinal Kevin Farrell, an Irish-American leading the dicastery for laity, family, and life. Farrell's a Vatican veteran, overseeing initiatives like World Youth Day and Family Ministries. His reappointment shows Leo values experience in supporting Catholic families amid modern challenges like divorce and secularism. Farrell's work emphasizes the laity's role in the Church, a key theme for Leo. But his American roots add intrigue. Is Leo signaling a stronger U.S. influence in the Vatican, or is Farrell's global experience the real draw? And there you have it, the 10 Vatican leaders chosen by Pope Leo XIV, each a piece of his vision for a church that's missionary, inclusive, and ready for the future. But remember that shocking truth I promised? Here it is: one of these leaders, Sister Alessandra Smarilli, marks a historic first. Never before has a woman led a Vatican dicastery with such global impact. Her appointment isn't just a nod to progress, it's a bold statement that could redefine the Church's structure for centuries. Is this Leo's masterstroke, or a risk that could fracture the faithful? This lineup, diplomats, evangelists, reformers, and visionaries, shows Leo's balancing act, honoring tradition while embracing change. From Parolин's steady hand to Smarilli's groundbreaking role, these leaders will shape the Catholic Church in ways we're only beginning to understand. If this journey into the Vatican's new era blew your mind, give this video a thumbs up, share it with a friend, and subscribe for more stories that dig deep into faith and history. What's next for Leo's papacy? Will these leaders unite the Church or spark new battles? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Where are you watching from, and which leader's appointment did you see coming? Until next time, keep seeking truth, and I'll see you in the next video.